Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuning in to the live broadcast of the varsity soccer game between the Gentlemen Griffins and the Gentlemen Spartans of Scottsdale Prep. We're here at GP Field. The time is 5:27 and the temperature is 71 degrees. At this time, we're going to go to a video introducing the Gentlemen's soccer team. And we currently have about 1 minute and 40 seconds before the team's warm-up begins. I'm Phil Wiebe, and I'm joined tonight by Miss Robin Roigert. And the team captains are at center field for the coin toss. Looks like Jason Butterworth is representing GP. And he is joined by Tyler Page, number 8.
Yep. 5-0.
And at this time, we will have the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight lights last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Griffin, Roy. Number 7, Griffin, Roy. Number 8, Willis, Neiman. Number 9, Sohan, Gruba. Number 10, Arsene, Babin. Number 11, Callan, Gordon. Number 14, Kyle, Zeno. Number 15, Zach Colpitz. And number 17, Thomas Ryan. And now the lineups for the Glendale Prep Griffins. J.R. Valenzuela. Sammy Squires. Hudson Grody. Tyler Page. Joe Saint-Segovic-Skibo. Jason Butterworth. Jacob Rendon. Jacob Saint-Segovic-Skibo. Silas McRoy. Grant Wright. And goalie Joe Ferris. Head coach Leo Latham.
Unfortunately, we do not have the numbers for Scottsdale Prep Boys Varsity, so we will just be referring to them by their numbers tonight. But we do have our numbers and lineup for Glendale Prep. Mr. We will go ahead and read that off right now.
Yeah, so our starters tonight for GP Varsity Gentlemen Griffins got number 8, Tyler Page. Number 13, Jacob Rendon. Number 1, Sam Squires. 6, Hudson Grotti. Number 4, Jason Butterworth. Playing keeper, we've got Joe Ferris. Number 12, J.R. Valenzuela. Number 5, Jake Sensakovic-Givo. Number 11, Silas McRoy. Number 9, Grant Wright. Number 7, Joe Sensakovic-Givo. And number 22, Adam Edmiston. And it looks like Scottsdale won the toss and will start with possession. So, Ms. Roiger, it looks like GP has chosen to field a 3-3-4 formation today. What do you think we can expect to see from this lineup?
I think there's going to be a strong back line. Let's see. We have junior players Joe Sensakovic-Gibo and Jason Butterworth in the center. They've played together for years, since middle school. Tyler Page on the outside, the left side. And then on the far side, you've got Sammy Squires
And in the meantime, a Scottsdale attempt on goal, looks like by number 1. However, that went wide of both Ferris, keeper Joe Ferris, and the net. Looks like Ferris will take the goal kick. Long pass by Grotti over to Squires. And number 10 of the Spartans advances up to striker. That's actually number 7, not number 1. Butterworth and Wright are on him. Cross to the center. Looks like number 17 made an attempt, but once again, wide.
Should be a foul on number 11 against number 5 on GP, Jake Sensakovic-Gibo. High kick on number 7. It's going to go the other way. Let's see. Spartan number 8, I believe, is going to take the kick.
And long shot on goal. Looks like, sorry, go ahead, Miss Roger.
Off Joe Ferris's hands. Goalkeeper Joe Ferris is going to be a corner kick for the Spartans.
And it looks like the Spartans have selected number, stand by, is that number 10? Yes, number 10 will take the corner kick for the Spartans. Looks like Rendon on the post, as well as Sensakovic-Gibo.
Header out of the box by Silas.
And looks like number 6 will throw in for the Spartans around the midfield line. Long throw, but it ends up out of bounds once again. Looks like number 13, Jacob Rendon, will throw in for GP.
Shot, but goes wide. Number 17 on the Spartans. Good goal kick from Joe Ferris.
Yeah, it looks like that one was intended for Jason Butterworth, but was intercepted by a couple of Spartans.
Beautiful pass. With pressure, Jason to the outside, up to the front. That's JR. Battling and breakaway.
And Valenzuela with a direct attempt on goal at center, deflected by the Scottsdale keeper.
Scottsdale Prep defense, moving the ball really, really well in the backfield. Moving up the line.
And it looks like, well, Ferris recovered that one, denying Scottsdale a breakaway.
Beautiful trap by Tyler Page. And that will be a Glendale Prep throw-in.
And it looks like number 13, Jacob Rendon, will once again throw in for the Griffins. Correction, sends it to Tyler Page.
Number 7, Scottsdale sends it up and over. Scottsdale prep throw. And Scottsdale prep again.
That was deflected out of bounds by McElroy, number 11, guarding number 11. And a high header, but Ferris has his hands on that one. Punted to Squires.
Good attempt by number 10 on the Spartan side, but gathered up by GP goalkeeper.
And Scottsdale dumps it into the GP goalie box where it is recovered by Ferris. Grotti and Valenzuela advancing deep into Scottsdale territory.
And it's out of bounds. Be a GP throw. Looks like Grant Wright will take it.
And Scottsdale clears it downfield and out of bounds. Another throw in by Grant Wright. And the ball ends up out of bounds once again. It looks like this one will be taken by Scottsdale.
Seven is all alone on the outside. Cutting back in, shot, deflected, and gathered up by Ferris.
And we're just 30 minutes left in the first half. That is, we've seen 10 minutes here. Seems like fairly equal possession, though it seems like Scottsdale spent more time in the GP end than GP has in Scottsdale's end.
Right, Scottsdale's moving the ball really well. Right now, GP is reacting to Scottsdale. Would be good to, and as I say that, we're controlling the ball.
And Valenzuela foiled by several defenders, but here's Butterworth. And the keeper lets that one pass out of bounds for a goal kick.
Number 12, JR, hasn't played for GP before. This is his first year playing for GP soccer. It's a good addition.
Yeah, he's one of 2 seniors on the team, with the other being number 11, Silas McRoy.
Both homeschool students.
And number 10 is forced out of bounds by several GP players. But the throw-in is Scottsdale's. And an attempted pass sneaks through the line, but is scooped up by Joe Ferris.
Hudson Grady pass to JR. Hudson gets the ball again.
Good pressure by GP there.
Slide tackle by Adam Edmiston. Collected by number 7 on the Spartans. 11 continues on, passes the outside. To the outside again, and incomplete pass. All right, Spartan throw. Number 6 is taking the ball in. Passes back. JR has strong presence. Hudson gets the ball. Good tackle by number 10 on the Spartans. Through pass. Give and go. Back to 10. Slide tackle. Number 7.
That's Joe Sensikovich-Gibo, right next to his younger brother, Jake Sensikovich-Gibo.
It's going to be a throw-in. Number 15 from Scottsdale Prep.
And that attempt was foiled by Jake Sensikovich-Gibo. Grotti and Butterworth moving it back out.
And off Scottsdale Prep. It's going to be Glendale Prep throw-in. Right, we'll take it. Out on Scottsdale Prep again.
Looks like that could be Squires. Yeah.
Squires taking the throw, good. Out on Scottsdale Prep again. We're working our way down the field. Strong pressure on the back four by JR.
And Scottsdale lets it roll out of bounds in order to take the throw in.
Call for pushing. Ball goes to Glendale Prep.
Yeah, it looks like Butterworth will take the free kick here.
It's a bit too far away for an attempt at goal.
Oh, I could see Butterworth trying it. This is his third year on varsity.
It is. All right. Connects. It looks like it was deflected off of a defender, not actually played by.
And it must have gone out on someone from GP because it looks like a Scottsdale Prep Spartan will take the goal kick. Could have been off number 5. I think that's Jake Sitsakovich Gibo, who's down in the box.
Hudson Grady collected the ball, turns the ball quickly out to Adam, but returned by Scottsdale Prep. Joseph Sitsakovich Gibo to Sam Squires into the center, but nothing. Throw in by Scottsdale Prep. That's going to be a GP throw in. Taken by Grant Wright. And it's out of bounds again. Substitution for Glendale Prep.
It looks like Valenzuela is going to the bench. Who came in for him?
Number 15.
Number 15. We don't have any numbers on our roster tonight. Could possibly be...
Caden Nichols.
Could be Cade Nichols, maybe Hudson McDonald. We'll have to get a closer look if the light sustains. Sun has just gone below the ridge line, so it's getting a bit darker out here. Looks like 13 has exited the field.
Yes, 15 is Caden Nichols.
All right. Throw in by Edmiston. And out of bounds once again.
Good pressure by Jason Butterworth.
Yeah, it seems the game has more shifted to the midfield of the pitch rather than being mostly near the GP goal. But neither team has turned their attempts into any goals. Still at 0-0. 20 minutes left on the clock, which means we are 20 minutes into the first half.
17 has a shot, and it is deflected out of bounds by keeper Joe Ferris.
Yeah, to my eye, that looks like it would have hit the side of the net anyway, but better safe than sorry. Looks like number 10 will take the corner kick for the Spartans. Number 22, Edmiston on the near post, and it looks like Jake Sitsakovich Gibo on the far post. And salvaged by Edmiston and cleared by Wright. Very close.
Good, excellent job by Edmiston.
Here comes number 10. And Butterworth sends it forward. Number 15, Nichols, waiting. Here's Grotti.
Pass up by Squires, but Nichols has to run it down. Nothing. Jason gets the ball.
And that ends up going out of bounds.
Miscommunication from Jake to Tyler. Silas gathers ball in the backfield. Sends it to the center.
All right, here's 14 for Scottsdale. Spartans goes around the keeper. Post. Oh my, unbelievable. That by all rights, that should have been in the goal, but lucky break for Ferris there. He managed to recover that after it deflected off the left post.
Jake Sensakovic-Gibo is right with number 14 from Scottsdale. Made that very tricky. Defense is really stepping up.
And Scottsdale will throw in. Well, there's 2 balls on the field. Hopefully that second one gets cleared from the corner.
Beautiful turn by, I believe it's 15 on Scottsdale.
And here's number 14 again. Ferris, past Ferris. That will be a Scottsdale prep goal.
Beautiful side tackle goal. 17 minutes left in the first half. Number 14. On Scottsdale prep.
And play resumes with Butterworth.
Scottsdale is connecting passes. They're communicating really well. I was curious about that with the masks. It is hard to talk and breathe and run at the same time anyway, and then you add a mask. Could hurt communication, but it looks like Scottsdale is still communicating really well.
Yeah, it looks like they're fielding an older team today. The majority, almost the majority of their team are seniors. Definitely a majority of upperclassmen. We've got 8 12th graders and 6 11th graders fielded by Scottsdale Prep, with only 3 10th graders and a single freshman. So GP's team much younger by comparison with its strong freshman and sophomore presence.
An attempt by Scottsdale, but it goes up and over. Number 17 and number 11 working really well together. Ball tipped up and over by Jason Butterworth. Collected by Spartan defense. Very physical. Finally a call. Jason Butterworth being pushed to the ground.
And it looks like Joe Sensakovic-Gibo will be taking the free kick. Long shot for him, but definitely not out of range as the midfielders and strikers stack up around Scottsdale Prep. Direct attempt on goal. Stopped and recovered by the Spartan keeper. What do you think, Ms. Roiger? Would you have advised a direct shot on goal in that scenario, or try to set up a play?
Depends who was there, and no one was there. No, the strikers have to be moving as that ball is played into the box.
Right.
This is our first game of the season.
That's correct. This is also our home opener, too, by definition. And we will be having the varsity girls home opener, first regular season game, later tonight. So stay tuned for that, starting at 7:30.
It's going to be a Scottsdale throw.
Silas McRoy. Here's Nichols, but the keeper will get to it first. Got his gloves on it. Nice pressure by GP.
Caden Nichols. Some contact, but no call. Oh, that is a
looks
call.
like a definite foul there against Hudson Grotti.
Swept his legs right out from underneath him.
And here's Butterworth to take the free kick.
Let's see some movement from the front line.
And
Deflected
a very
off.
long cross by Butterworth. Looks like it was that deflected out by a Spartan.
I think so.
Possible GP corner kick, maybe a throw-in near the end here. And here we go. Is that Grant Wright, perhaps? Could be Tyler
Tyler
Page.
Page.
Hard to see from where I'm standing. And it is a throw-in, though. And GP attempts to get a shot off, but no joy. Scottsdale Spartans trying to make their way downfield, but deflected out of bounds. They will throw in. And once again, throw for Scottsdale as they advance down the pitch.
Jason cuts back, looking for opportunity out to Adam Edmiston. It's taken by Scottsdale. Number 11, he'll have the throw-in. Number 6 will throw in for Scottsdale Prep. And kicked out of bounds by Jason Butterworth.
Number 11. Attempt. Stopped by Ferris. Deflected out of bounds. Scottsdale will stack up for a corner kick here. Looks like we've got Edmiston on the far post. And once again, Jake Sensikovic-Gibo on the near post.
Number 7 from Scottsdale will take the corner kick. Tipped in by
and
number 14 on Scottsdale Prep.
And that is a Scottsdale Prep goal. Roughly 10 minutes left in the first half, and the score now standing at 2-0 in favor of the Scottsdale Prep Spartans.
That's number 14's second goal, I believe. It's in the right place at the right time. Number 12 JR is out there and putting a lot of pressure on the midfield. GP midfield is playing really well. There's just slight times for passes, and our passes are slow. So the pass is open and then closes.
Yeah, definitely Scottsdale has looked a bit more effortless on the ball. Seem to have more command presence on the field right now. And out of bounds deep in Griffin territory, throw in by Edmiston. And the throw goes out of bounds.
It's going to be a Scottsdale throw.
And Ferris grabs that one. He's going to advance to the edge of the box and punt.
Turned by Sam Squires.
Here comes Grotti. And somehow the ball ends up deep in Griffin's territory once again. And what's this call for, Miss Roiger?
I believe it's an offsides.
And
Yep.
looks like Joe Sensikovich-Gibo will kick for the Griffins. Ooh. Looks like Sensikovich-Gibo got knocked over, but no call.
We have a number of freshmen on the field right now. Sam Squires, Hudson Grotti, Jake Sensikovich-Gibo, Caden Nichols.
Yeah, we're actually fielding the entire roster of freshmen except for Hudson McDonald and homeschooler Dante Gonzalez. And that offensive attempt thwarted by Edmiston. Ball out of bounds, GP possession. Looks like Ferris will take the goal kick.
Grotti passes back to Tyler Page. Tyler Page across to Grant Wright. Back to Jake Sensikovich-Gibo. Out to Tyler Page again. taken by Scottsdale. Good pass back. Launch up and over the defense. Kicked out by Joe Sensakovic-Kibo.
And offensive pressure brought by number 18 of the Spartans. A little less than 5 minutes left on the clock before the conclusion of the first half. And Nichols can't get around the and Scottsdale recovers that one. Oh, deflection off of Page.
Jake takes the ball up the outside. Back to Page.
And long pass.
To Squires. Squires back to Joe Sensakovic-Kibo.
And deflected by a defender.
Number 7 on Scottsdale. Gets the ball control. Give and go. And up the side.
Right, looks like we've just got McRoy wisely clears it out the side as two strikers flank him. And Ferris snags that one. Yeah, opts for a long throw rather than a punt.
Joe Sensakovic takes it wide and to Sam Squires, who manages to make it to Jake Sensakovic-Kibo, who takes it up the side, who is taken down by Scottsdale.
Yep. Looks like it was clean. No call against it.
Just a big difference between a freshman and a senior.
It's true. Scottsdale doesn't seem to be playing an overly physical game at this point, but they definitely have the size advantage.
That's right.
2 minutes remaining. Looks like we've got Rendon throwing in. Valenzuela and Nichols putting some pressure.
The ball is just in the air so much. It needs to be brought down.
Yep.
To be controlled.
Just
well.
seeing a lot of clustering of the players.
I think one of the biggest transitions and adjustments freshman soccer players have to make is just the speed of the play. It's so much faster than middle school. And then the size, as we said.
Do the middle school players play on a slightly smaller field?
No, just the size of the player.
Oh,
They
right.
go
Of
from
course,
eighth
of course.
grade. Eighth grade were the biggest to being definitely the smallest, slowest out there most of the time.
It looks like Page is throwing in about 3/4 down the field. But the ball ends up out of bounds, and Scottsdale will take that next throw.
28 seconds left.
And Rendon chasing that ball down as the clock. And
Stops.
halftime. Score standing at 0 Griffins, 2 Spartans. Miss Roiger, what do you think the Spartans did right in this first half to get the advantage?
They communicated really well. I think they came in very cool-headed. They never had, a flurry of activity at the beginning where they made mistakes. They definitely look like they've played together for a few years.
Yeah, this is an old team, it looks like. Yep.
So if they're fielding so many seniors, they know each other and they don't have to adjust to expectations and that sort of thing. I think they're doing really well. Number 14 scored both goals.
That's right. One was on a breakaway. The first one was thwarted, but then he found his mark on the second attempt, and the other one was off a corner kick, correct?
Right, he just tapped it in.
So what do you think, GP, how will they have to adjust their strategy or tactics in the second half if they're hoping to equalize with Scottsdale?
They're going to have to pass quicker. We're taking our time. I think a lot of the younger players think they have more time than they do, so they're going to definitely need to speed up their play. Don't dribble as much, pass quicker. And also, if they're receiving the ball or calling for a pass, they have to keep moving. They can't anticipate the passing lanes to stay open. They're anticipating that, and they're just closing down. Scottsdale's doing a really good job of closing down passing lanes. So keep the momentum going fast, and then move always to the ball to receive it.
All right, well, we'll see what Coach Langford implements in the second half. We've got 8 minutes left on the clock for halftime, and I believe at this time, for our online watchers tuning in live, we will go to commercials until play resumes. Thank you for tuning in.
What's going on?
Did you get that email with the new observation schedule?
Oh yeah, I'll check it out right now.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll get right back to you.
All right, great.
All right. Ms. Nightgown, that parent communique, I sent it 2 days ago. It's going out today?
Today.
We're going to get it done.
Yes, I'm on it.
I know you have a lot on your plate, but it's important.
Okay, I'll be on that.
I smell popcorn. Do you smell that?
No. Maybe it's your mask.
My mask?
Okay, thank you.
Did you hear that noise?
What? Huh? What
That,
noise?
it sounded like
What noise?
someone's watching a game. Are you
Oh,
watching the
No.
game in here?
I got a lot to do, so it's not me. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. It's
Okay.
not- I got a lot going. I got a lot to do, so.
Okay, I'll see if there's someone down here.
Sometimes I wish we didn't have to wear masks. They're so itchy and boring. Wait, what's that sound?
Don't worry, I'm here to help. You can get your very own Griffin mask. Just go ask Mr. Garrison and bring $10. Plus, it helps support Glendale Prep.
That's great, but I don't have any money.
That's disappointing.
Wait, I have 2 nickels and a dime. Now, just how to get those dollars.
Hello there. I know what you must be thinking. Why does he have all these items? Well, because I'm an avid Griffin fan. This is Griffin Sportsnet, and Mr. Navarrete here, excited to take you away from the action and talk to you a little about something that's on my mind. Students, have you completed your homework? Is there anything you forgot to do? And I don't want you to do it right now because we're about to get back to the action. But remember, do your homework. And keep cheering. Because if I was watching, if I was out there, if I was out there, I mean, refs would say, "Oh, stop the game, who is this guy?" Autographs.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The halftime break has just concluded, and we are going to return for another 40 minutes of play between the Scottsdale Prep Spartans and the Glendale Prep Griffins. These are the gentlemen's varsity teams, and the score currently stands at 0 Griffins, 2 Spartans. The sun has set here in Peoria. Temperatures have fallen to 69 Fahrenheit, and the time is 6:28. And please remember to join us for the varsity girls game coming up at 7:30. Griffins now on the south side of the field, Scottsdale North. And it looks like Butterworth will open the game for the Griffins. And Ferris clears the ball. Looks like Wright tries to get to it, but it ends up out of bounds. Number 9 for Scottsdale to throw in. And Sensikovich-Gibo passes up to Squires, but it ends up going out the back. And if I'm not mistaken, that will be Scottsdale possession, and it is. They will take a goal kick. And very long pass, but GP sends it right back. Out of bounds. And number 14 on a breakaway. Long shot around the keeper. That will be a goal for the Scottsdale Prep Spartans. Once again, that was number 14. He had 2 goals in the first half, bringing his total to a hat trick of 3. And a foul called against Scottsdale. Jake Sensikovich-Gibo to take the free kick. And once again, I'm joined by Miss Robin Roiger. And I'm Phil Wheat. So, Ms. Roiger, what you missed briefly was number 14 scored again on a breakaway, managed to outmaneuver the keeper, and made a long, slow shot into the goal that was nonetheless unstoppable. Butterworth Squires. Stays in bounds.
But not enough.
And shot by Valenzuela wide of the net.
Squires pulled that in with his back foot, set up for JR. Trapped by Jake Sensakovic-Gibo. Header by number 13, Scottsdale, but it went out of bounds. Varsity girls will be playing at 7:30, just after this game concludes.
Should be a really exciting match. Miss Roiger coached the team for how many years prior?
3 years.
3 years prior. So we should get some expert insight on the personalities on the field. So, Ms. Royer, based on what you saw in the first half, which GP players do you think have shown notable performances tonight?
Oh, you have to commend Edmiston and Jake Sensakovic-Gibo for playing excellent defense. They both protected a goal, stopped a goal. Jason Butterworth, Joe Sensakovic-Gibo, and Tyler Page in the midfield are making a mark. We need to connect more and then get that ball up to the striker. So I think we're playing well. It's, again, the first game. You always have to judge the first game by itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get better. They're going to make more connections and feel more comfortable playing together as the season goes on.
That's right, and this is a very young GP team with a significant amount of freshmen and a not insignificant amount of sophomores as well.
Throw in GP. That's Hudson Grady goes down on the ball. Third in the middle third. Pass to Hudson. Loses it. Back to 19 on the defense of Scottsdale Prep and out of bounds. Looks like Grant Wright will take the throw in for GP. Okay, throw in Sam.
And there's a foul against Scottsdale, perhaps?
I believe so. I think it was pushing. Yeah, it looks like we're setting up for a free kick.
And it looks like Butterworth is on it. Definitely close enough to the goal to be dangerous, especially if he gets some support from his strikers and midfielders to set up a play.
Beautiful pass, just perfect for a head, but
Unfortunately deflected out of the box by a Scottsdale defender. And Scottsdale trying to put some of the pressure back on GP. Here's 14 again.
deflected by Jacob Brendan out to the outside, but Grant Wright can't pick it up. Scottsdale Prep sub and throw in.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many substitutions in this game, but looks like neither bench is very deep in terms of how many extra players they've brought tonight.
Looks like JR is back up on top.
A little bit of a collision there near Butterworth. He hangs on to it. That's Grotty.
Over to JR, but he does not get it. See, that's what I mean by moving toward the ball.
Yeah, number 10 really is fast on his feet there for Scottsdale Prep. He's all over the place.
You can't hope the ball to you. You have to go get it. Throwing Grant right. They finally realize there's a soccer ball on the field.
It looks like a substitute is also coming in on the GP side. Is that number 13, Rendon, going out?
It is.
And number 10 came in for him. Let me see if he's on my consult the Oracle here. I have no number 10. Could be Hudson McDonald, perhaps. Hard to say with the light as it is now that the sun has completely set. And cleared out of bounds deep in GP territory.
My guess with 10 is Dante.
Dante Gonzalez, perhaps.
That's
all right.
my guess.
It's true, he did come in for Rendon, who is also a defender, so based on what I'm seeing here, it would make a lot of sense unless... tell me, Ms. Royer, how common is it for coaches to change formation during the game with substitutions? Is that a regular thing?
No, you would only do that if you desperately needed to counterattack, or if you're down by a lot, you might, or if you're getting pummeled in one area. This is pretty fair.
So they'll continue running their 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 strikers setup, roughly?
I think so.
Yeah. And it looks like our strikers and midfielders haven't had too much difficulty going from midfield to...
No, they're getting back really well.
They're putting a lot of miles on their shoes tonight.
Yeah.
And attempt goes wide of the net. Ferris to kick.
17, I believe, was that attack from 17. To Hudson. Looks like a corner kick.
Yeah, it looks like the defenders are arraying on the posts. Can't tell if Scottsdale has chosen who they're going to have kick. Could be number 10.
It looks like 10, yeah. He's got a good foot.
Could be whoever just jagged the ball, but it looks like 10 will take that one.
Looks like GP has wised up, and they're marking 14 pretty close. Silas on number 14.
And 11 breaks in the center.
Oh, and it's cleared.
And cleared right out. Good accuracy on that corner kick, though.
Hudson gathers ball up in the midfield. Cross
Right, here's
across the
Valenzuela.
top. And
Too high, too wide. Looks like we're about 15 minutes into the second half here. No change in scores, save for the goal scored right at the beginning of the half.
First 4 minutes of the game, or the half, sorry. Bring it down.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Nichols collides with the keeper.
After it's in his arms. See, the GP boys are talking about bringing it down. They have the right idea. And that's what you want to see, is them coaching themselves out there. They know what to do. Goal kick right out of bounds.
And it looks like they're waiting for the second ball to be cleared. And Wright will throw in for the Griffins.
Jason picks up the ball, but he can't dribble through two defenders.
And they clear it well down the field. And it gets sent out to the side by number 10, it looks like.
It's a free kick for GP. Nope, it is a throw-in.
And Scottsdale shot on goal, stopped, and then recovered by keeper Joe Ferris. Would you say he's gotten average or above average amount of shots on goal in this game? I feel like I feel like he's at least compared to the Scottsdale keeper, there's certainly been a lot more pressure on Ferris in terms of the ball being in his neck of the woods.
No, he's doing a good job. For as much pressure as they're placing on him, the defense is there for him, though.
Mhm.
It's not like he's fighting alone. That's good.
No, yeah, but good with he's made a lot of stops in this game.
Yeah. This is sophomore year, correct?
That's right. He also played on the varsity squad as a freshman as one of two keepers, along with Caleb Bonesier, if I recall correctly. And he had a pretty good showing last year, too, with another GP Young team that really fought hard, pretty scrappy. They had a lot of intensity and a lot of gusto.
11 on the outside for Scottsdale Prep. Just turn the ball beautifully into the center. He's one-on-one.
And 11, number 11 finds his mark. That brings the score to 4 goals for Scottsdale Prep and none for Glendale Prep.
22 minutes left in the half and in the game. Scottsdale definitely has the momentum now.
Ooh, that looks a pretty clear flagrant foul there against Joe Sensakovic-Ebo. It appears that number 4, Jason Butterworth, will take the free kick. Up to Nichols. Attempted. Oh. And no opportunity for either of the strikers there. That's Nichols on the left and Squires on the right. No shot possible there. All right, right to throw in. Here's 14 once again.
Past the outside. And shot from the outside, but it goes way wide.
Yeah. Couldn't tell if he was trying to pass or shoot there, but in any case, did not find his mark.
Tyler to Joe. Joe to Sam. Sam to Jason. Back to Joe. Over to Hudson. Nice turn. Out to Tyler again. Tyler moves it back. Into the center.
Grotti trying to maintain possession.
And does.
And forced out of bounds.
And on the ground. Now that's what we can anticipate, I think, in future games. That sort of connection. The quick movement, quick passes.
Oh, that'll definitely be something to look out for at our next home game, which I believe is in the first week of February. It'll also be senior night for both the girls and guys teams. So make sure you tune in for that as well.
11 is pushing through again. That is stopped. Joe clears it.
Yeah, big kick by Ferris, but it ends up out of bounds.
18 minutes and 43 seconds left in this half.
It looks like a call against Scottsdale, perhaps.
Right, Jason draws the foul.
Yep, and here's Squires taking the free kick. I think this is our first time seeing Squires on a free kick. Accurate shot, but it ends up right in the hands of the Scottsdale Prep keeper.
Did it seem like if he put a little bit more on that, he could have scored?
Yeah, I'm definitely not an expert by any means. It looked a little slow from where I'm standing. So
Seemed like he was trying to pass, but had he...
good
I mean,
accuracy,
trying to
but a
shoot
little bit
him.
more power
Yeah.
could have been his friend there. And the ball is once again deep in Griffin's territory. Wright throws it out. It gets deflected straight back. And it looks like Wright, who's really getting an arm workout tonight, will throw in once again. Senzakovic Givo. Attempted pass to Butterworth. Butterworth going at it with number 11. Both strong players right there for each side.
Joe battling hard for the ball.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the GP players who definitely plays hungry. Him and Butterworth, a lot of hustle, drive. Edmiston has that same intensity too on defense. Number 14 here on the free kick for Scottsdale after a foul called against GP. Given his leg could be in the danger zone, but he chooses to set up a play instead, and Ferris snags the header. Do you think that would have gone in if he wasn't there?
Who? Joe?
Yeah, Ferris grabbed a header out of the air, or it might have bounced first. I couldn't see from up here if that was actually on target or not.
No, I think the header wasn't good enough.
Okay. Here's Grotti moving up the field quite quickly.
Over to Tyler Page. Page turns it, crosses.
And that was number 10 marking Sensakovic Gibo.
After that fourth goal, Scottsdale Prep came out really hungry, but now their pace has slowed way down. See a lot more walking.
Yeah, we only have around 13 minutes left, so the boys are getting more tired, and also might be slightly less drive on the Scottsdale end if they're confident with their lead of 4. You can never afford to get lazy.
It's going to be a goal kick. That was called back, so they didn't whistle. In fact, they're calling it back to the corner.
All right.
It'll be a Scottsdale corner.
Okay, it looks like our girls varsity team is departing the sidelines to go warm up. Make sure to tune in for that at 7:30. Also against Scottsdale Prep, should be an exciting match. You won't want to miss it. And Squires going fast.
Passes into Jake. Jake passes into Jason. Jason beats 2-3 defenders. Loses the ball. Beautiful transition from defense to offense. Number 13 on Scottsdale Prep launches a ball. No one's following it up.
Yeah, just cleared it out the back. Playing a bit more conservative game here.
Tyler Page clearing it out of the back. Up to Sam Squires. Sam Squires.
Attempted pass to Valenzuela, but it was deflected by number 8 on the defending team, and just barely high. Was that Grotti on the kick?
That was Grotti.
Yeah. Good form on that, just not as accurate as he might have liked.
That was a long kick, though. He was
Mm-hmm.
at the
Oh,
top
yeah.
of it.
I didn't see that coming.
Those are shots you just have to take.
Yeah, which freshman should be watching in the next 3 years, 4 years, I guess, as they develop into senior varsity players?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
That's always a good sign.
Sam Squires for sure.
Very fast, small,
Very fast.
and a beautiful score. It looks like that is J.R. Valenzuela representing the Glendale Prep Griffins, who, kept his drive up and snagged a loose ball that the Scottsdale keeper couldn't keep locked down and put it right in the net. Good hustle.
10 minutes and 51 seconds left in this half in the game.
That's right. Anything can happen. So yeah, we got Squires, very fast.
Knows the game probably better than anyone else.
Right.
He could coach a team. If
he loves
have to.
soccer.
Right.
Grotti seems to be in good form tonight.
Right.
Jake Sensakovic-Gibo, also some pedigree there. Older brother on the team. I believe his father coaches soccer, or has, or is at least a soccer aficionado.
Right.
For sure. Who else have we got out? We got. I haven't seen Hudson McDonald tonight. Don't know much about his soccer.
No. Those three definitely.
Let's make sure I don't miss anyone here. Got homeschooler Gonzalez. Oh, and then of course Caden Nichols, always rushing to the end to get the shot. Yeah, he has the drive for sure. And Ferris picks up that ball, and looks like he'll punt, but maybe he'll just choose to throw it out here.
Joe gets the ball at the center.
The long pass nearly completed to Valenzuela, but 8 was on it once again.
14 is attacking the goal, stopped by freshman Jake Sensakovic-Gibo. Up to Jason Butterworth. A through pass to Venice.
And the keeper rushes out, and he has it this time.
The defense is playing, Scottsdale defense is playing amazing defense. They're shutting down JR.
They just seem to, the team just seems to have a calm demeanor.
Right.
They never really it never looks from where I'm standing like they're stressed out about anything that's happening on the field. Feel very in control. It looks like a penalty called against Glendale Prep.
Yeah.
Or not a penalty, a foul.
Right, a handball on Joe Sensakovic-Gibo. He was getting hit from behind as it happened.
So what's the right call in that case if there's two violations, one against each team?
Well, I think the push was just physical contact. It wasn't necessarily flagrant.
Okay.
So it just happens.
Right. Do the rules of soccer have a dispute resolving mechanism if both teams are equally at fault in some sort of encounter?
It's usually just the first foul. So if the push was flagrant, then the handball wouldn't be counted.
Seems like we've had a pretty clean game so far. Not too many fouls, and no one has gotten booked with a yellow or red card.
Right. I think Scottsdale's calm demeanor just comes from experience. They're an older team, and then secondly, they're ahead, so that always helps.
Definitely, certainly easier to be sportsmanlike when you have the advantage, for sure. That's right, 14 upperclassmen on their roster compared to 4 sophomores and freshmen, so definitely, if these guys have all been playing for 1 year plus, certainly a experienced team here.
7 minutes left in the game. Throw in by Scottsdale Prep.
Man, got some bounce on it, but I actually can't see which defender that is.
Dante, it looks like.
Yeah, Gonzalez picks that up. And here's Wright. Out of bounds.
Number 10 will throw in for Scottsdale Prep. Scottsdale Prep still talking. You can hear them communicating well.
They've also gotten some team camaraderie and support from the girls varsity, who are benched right behind their net.
This is not good.
Supporting their boys. Okay, what's going on here, Miss Roiger?
It looks like they just called a penalty in the box.
All right. So if my understanding is correct, any foul in the box against the defending team if it's called, it will mean penalty kick, correct?
Correct, yeah.
And that will be taken at a distance of 11 meters from the goal line, is that right?
I don't know what that is in feet, but yes.
That'd be about 33.3 feet. I only say this because all my soccer terminology I actually only really know in German. And in German, this is called an Elfmeter, which means an 11 meter. They don't call it a penalty kick. I guess they could call it. I actually have no idea. It's always called an Elfmeter, so I presume that here we're 11 meters away from the goal.
Number 10, it looks like, is taking it. There's a very big light between us, and that is in.
And stays with a low shot right into the corner.
Left corner, yeah.
And that will put the score at Griffins 1, Spartans 5.
With 5 minutes left.
And looks like a foul called against Scottsdale. GP to pick up a free kick, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Butterworth near the midfield line.
Tipped up by Jake, but lost.
Yeah.
Jason got that. Joe took it.
Oh,
and
down he
pulled
goes.
Down by 11.
And another, penalty kick. Butterworth takes that one real fast.
Intensity.
Here's Grotti.
Oh, that's it.
Forwarded by, it looks like number 3 or number 9 on the defense.
Good intensity coming into that.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Looks like 14 again. Pass it into the center, but nobody picks it up.
Yeah, pass ended up going slightly wide of the mark, but Scottsdale still has it. 10
to 7. But
and GP defense sweeps that one out.
all right, nice through pass from.
I think that was Sensikovic Gibo calling the play. I guess it's not really a soccer term, more of a football term.
Encouraging.
Yeah.
Encouraging the play. Yeah, Jason Butterworth up to JR. Unfortunately, JR took down a Scottsdale defender.
It looks like number 8 will take that free kick for Scottsdale.
Beautiful long pass. by
Series of
Lemon.
long, mostly accurate passes. Oh,
And
a little too hasty, I think, on the throw-in.
lifted his foot.
Oh, I
Bad
see.
throw. They'll give it to Scottsdale Prep to throw.
And that puts Scottsdale Prep about 3/4 of the way down the field.
With a minute and 40 seconds left. Ferris scoops that up. 1 minute left in the game. Scottsdale Prep is taking their time.
And deflected out of bounds by the Griffins. Scottsdale will throw in again. Number 8 takes a long shot, and he finds his mark.
It is in. 30 seconds left in the half.
Ferris looked a bit surprised there. Don't think he was expecting that. I don't think the Hail Mary terminology gets used in proper football, association football, but certainly a long shot, but the risk paid off for, was that number 10 or number 8 on the ball there?
I didn't see it.
I can't remember. I slipped my mind, but the gamble was worth it for him, with the score now standing at 6 Spartans, 1 Griffins.
Yeah, it was number 8. He's celebrating. It was good.
Yeah, if you can make that shot, take that shot, right?
Especially from a defensive position.
Yeah, you can't argue with goals, right? And that is full time here with the final score standing at 1 goal for the Griffins and 6 goals for the Scottsdale Spartans. So our varsity gentlemen, don't touch that dial. Stay tuned in to this live stream so that you can catch the upcoming varsity girls game at 7:30.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Miss Rigger.
I'm Mr. Weeb, and we'll be back for varsity.